Hey everyone, I'm actually really excited about this next cocktail. What is this?
Sweet treat.
Sweet treat, coffee and alcohol combined together, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to be showing you our recipe for an Irish cream. And I personally really enjoy Irish cream. I actually make it quite often around the holidays to gift out to other people. So keep that in mind when you're watching this. It's a really, really great gift for people. It tastes delicious and I'm excited to share this recipe with you today.
So I'll walk us through the ingredients and why we chose what we chose. So a good backbone of any Irish cream is the alcohol. You can use an Irish whiskey. We like using local alcohols. So today we are using a whiskey made by Eau Claire Distillery. It's a blended whiskey. It's super tasty. I think the value for its price is really amazing. We went a little bit fancy with this one. We are using Amaretto instead of almond extract. If you just have almond extract at home, no problem. You can use a third as amount. So we're using 3 tablespoons today. You will use 1 tablespoon. We've chosen a lovely coffee today that, Jill, do you want to tell us a little bit about?
For this, we just wanted to use a coffee that was like pretty classic, pretty approachable. So we have a Colombian coffee that actually happens to be one of my favorite coffees that we carry throughout the year, and it is called TINOCO. It's really approachable, really lovely, classic flavor profile, and it works really, really well in this Irish cream.
Why we decided to add coffee is often people will add Irish cream to their coffee. We are flipping the script and we are adding coffee to our Irish cream. The other ingredients that we have today, we have heavy cream. There is condensed milk that is very, very full. And then we decided to kind of make it really specialty coffee and kind of competition focused. We actually also have freeze distilled milk here. If you don't know what freeze distilled milk is, all it is you freeze milk and you flip the carton upside down with the top off and you slowly thaw it. And what happens is sugars and salts and fat all thaw at different temperatures. And so you end up with like a concentrated, super sweet, slightly salty milk, which really works well in something like this. Salt is often used in desserts to add flavor, to amplify things. Not only is it kind of cool to use freeze distilled milk in this recipe, I actually think that it makes the recipe taste better. If you do not have the time or the patience to make freeze distilled milk, you could just sub regular whole milk. So should we get started?
Let's get started.
So first off, we're gonna add a splash of whiskey. So this is 1.25 cups of whiskey. Just gonna pop that in there. Next, we're gonna add our 2 milks. We have 100 milliliters of freeze distilled milk. To make this, I froze 2 liters of milk. I opened the top and then I only let drip out about 500 milliliters. So this is a 25% thaw rate. It doesn't have to be exact, but it's around there. As long as you taste it, it tastes kind of sweet and salty, you're in good shape. I have 1/2 cup of heavy cream. I know I'm switching between metric and imperial, you know, gotta make everyone happy. Then I have 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. And then here I have 3 tablespoons of amaretto and 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Do you want to tell us about how you brewed the coffee and how much you're adding, Jill?
I brewed the coffee at a 1:8 ratio. So I used 20 grams of coffee and 160 grams of water. You only need 60 grams for this recipe, for this like volume that we're making. So we have a concentrated filter coffee at 1:8.
And then do you want to do the honors of trying to add that condensed milk?
I've got this.
And then this will take a while to get it all mixed in. So give it a really, really good stir.
7 hours later.
We have it all mixed up. If you see little chunks of the cocoa powder, you can either really whisk it really hard, run it through a strainer, or something that's really handy that April does often is just use a blender and it'll get it all mixed up. And then you can decide how you want to enjoy it. Jill likes it with coffee. I like it straight up. Some people might ask on shelf life. It's never lasted long enough in the fridge for us to know how long it lasts, but you're probably looking at a little over a week. Cheers.
All right, cheers.